taking some time to do some bowling or
well, actually,
checking out carpets?
Bowling,
yeah, excellent. Anything you hope to see in next year's Gen Con that's not here?
Actually, I'm kind of surprised with as many people gaming late and more at night than before. For the past 10 years, it's been pretty dead after 10 or so.
Yeah.
The last couple nights, it's been people milling all about until 1 or 2 in the morning.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was here last night till about 2 o'clock doing Shadowrun. So. Yourself?
I'm sorry?
What were you doing?
Actually, we're running events this year. We partnered, my wife and I partnered with another couple and a publishing company, Roaring Creek Games.
Cool.
And we're running demos of board game that they've been developing over the last several years.
Oh, very cool.
So I've been also looking for other prototypes, perhaps to publish others.
What's the theme? What's some of the mechanics for the board game?
It's Sabatu. It's a track game.
Sabatu. Okay.
So it's a track game like Monopoly or like Parcheesi or something like that.
Okay.
The good thing is, if you're a heavy gamer, you've already done more complex sort of things. Something like that doesn't look very appealing.
Yeah.
In this case, it's a unique approach to it.
Okay.
In that you're moving armies around the board trying to capture other capitals or build 4 walls around yours. So there's a lot of player interaction from the very beginning.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have ever heard of anything like that.
Yeah.
I'd have to see that. Where is it being demoed or
it's being demoed on green table 20 and 19 and F, which is all straight back.
Okay.
And then over a little bit.
Okay. Tonight as well, or?
Yeah, actually we'll have, let's see, 1 at 7, 1 after that, and then a few tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually there's someone there now. If you wanted to sit down and try for a few minutes or play the whole game, you would accommodate you.
Well, I was thinking me and my buddies might do it tonight.
Okay.
As you were saying, things kind of cool down. There's not as much organized gameplay. Sort of, find things on your own. But we're going to be doing this. We're actually our crowdfunding website. We're trying to think of ideas for next year's Gen Con.
Okay.
So we're unlike Kickstarter, which I'm sure you're familiar with, right?
Yes, very much.
So on Kickstarter, a company puts forth an idea, and then the users support it and back it, as they say. We allow the everybody else to post an idea, and then a company champions it. So who wants to make it happen? So help get more events here at Gen Con. More late night events.
Yeah, and I like the idea of smaller businesses getting involved because the industry itself since the 70s has moved to something like Hasbro. They own a lot of everything, and it's more about trend games than it is long enduring. Board games that have a fan base over a couple decades or longer.
Yeah,
I like to see it go back to that, and it takes small companies to do that sort of thing. So it's good to hear that more and more of that's coming about.
Absolutely. One gentleman outside was commenting on how at Gen Con, actually a lot of the content has started to shift toward the bigger publishers, and the smaller sort of just guys rolling their own RPG, it's a little tougher for them to get noticed.
It is.
So do you have some ideas on how they could better structure the get the word out?
Well, Kickstarter's a good way to get
very
fun.
empowering.
Coming here and playtesting is a good idea.
Sure.
And probably a couple years is a good idea for playtesting.
Sure, yeah.
And then after that, getting published isn't as difficult as it used to be in a sense. But it still is like getting your foot in the door and like getting parts and pieces from, say, a board game, getting somebody to make the board that's going to make the pieces. It's like any other industry. You have to have your foot in the door and know somebody. Otherwise, you're paying through the teeth up front for quite a while before you get started.
Absolutely.
And it'd be nice to get past that. But that's American business. That's what it's always been in the industry. So
custom made, it's going to be low quantity, it's going to be very expensive.
Yeah. Well, another thing too, though, unfortunately, we're not. There are some games we're not getting our money's worth. Whether it's cheap components or a system that hasn't been playtested before it was released, and that happens a lot. There are a couple of companies that do that on a regular basis. Release a game, a few weeks later, there'll be an errata sheet or frequently asked questions simply because it wasn't playtested.
Right.
Enough. And playtesting is very important. If you want a solid, good game that sustains, you have to playtest it until it's polished.
Yeah, well, we're sort of in that process as well with our website. So check it out. Send us some comments.
Oh, certainly.
And